slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good afternoon, baseball fans. You are here on Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and we're here to call the series finale of the Guardians versus the Yankees. Start time for the game is going to be 1:35. I want to thank Mitch from the Hardcore Sports Network for simulcasting our live play-by-play. We are probably about 4 minutes before game start, so I'm going to go over the lineups for today. Leading off for the Guardians is going to be their DH, Travis Fry. Jose Ramirez will be at third base, hitting out of the 2-hole. Rhys Hoskins will be at first base, hitting in the 3-hole. Benzana will be at second base, cleaning up. Angel Martinez will be in right field, hitting out of the 5-hole. Fairchild will be playing center field, hitting out of the 6-hole. In the 7-hole is going to be Stephen Kwan playing left field. Behind the dish is going to be the catcher Austin Hedges. And Riccio will be at shortstop, bringing up the rear. On the bump for the Guardians is going to be Slade Ciccone. For the New York Yankees, leading off playing center field is going to be Trent Grisham. Ben Rice will be DHing, hitting out of the 2-hole. Paul Goldschmidt will be playing first base, hitting out of the 3-hole. Cody Bellinger will be cleaning up, playing left field. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be in the 6-hole, or 5-hole, playing second base. Jose Caballero will be manning shortstop and hitting out of the 6-hole. Ryan McMahon will be at third base, hitting in the 7-hole. J.C. Escar will be behind the dish, hitting out of the 8-hole. And in right field, bringing up the rear, is going to be Max Schumann. On the bump for the Yankees today is going to be Carlos Rodon. And that is our Yankee and Guardian lineup for this afternoon's game. And I'm going to give a shout out for those who have commented in the stream. Hey to Yanks for Life, Margaret, and John Mazzola. Appreciate y'all being here. There are more in the stream, and as soon as you drop a comment, I'll give you a shout out. If you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. How many pitches will Carlos Rodon throw today? And as you know, we go for 30 likes for every live play-by-play. So if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 6 likes presently. And if you are not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Hardcore Network features baseball, basketball, football, and wrestling. So if those things interest you, please consider subscribing to the Hardcore Sports Network. And if you're a fan of live play-by-plays, here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, I call almost every game with the exception of Wednesdays when I bowl. And if you like shorts, I drop a lot of them. So you may want to go over and check some of those out. And if you like open panels, I do open panels where the members of the chat are invited up to talk a little bit of baseball. So if these are things that you like, then Yankees Ugly Truth may be the place for you. Please consider subscribing. We're at 745 subscribers, looking for our next milestone of 750. So we're 5 away. Hey, Nancy, welcome to the stream. There are 4 games starting early. Padres and the Phillies are in the bottom of the second, no score. Orioles and the Red Sox start at 1:35, as do the Guardians and the Yankees, and at 2:10, the Giants and the Brewers will be on the hopper. So it is definitely time for the Yankees to get back in that winning way. We have Boston coming into town tomorrow, so I would like nothing better than to start it out on a winning streak and then continue kicking Boston down the road. So how are we feeling about today's game? Who will be the hero for the Yankees today? Obviously, the captain is not in the lineup for the 3rd straight game, still going through issues with imaging. Yankees have been beating around the bush with regard to what's actually wrong with the captain. And as you can see in today's lineup, there is no Anthony Volpe and no Austin Wells. Hey, NES, welcome to the stream. I would not be surprised if Judge ends up on the IL. I think playing day to day, having playing a player short on the bench, I don't like that particularly. If someone is called up, it'll probably be Spencer Jones or Marco Luciano. And it looks like Rodon is throwing the last of his warm-up pitches. Rodon has been looking better as of his last 2 starts. So hopefully he takes it up to another notch. And the one concern is that pain in the butt Jose Ramirez, who's dented us. So how are we feeling about the game today? Welcome, John the Beagle Dad. Appreciate you hopping in the stream. Well, Thursday's travel day for the weekend, and teams that are having to get out of town tend to have the early game. So Rodon continues to throw warm-ups. Travis Fry is working his way to the batter's box. Yeah, well, they still call it that, John. And the first pitch is on the way. And that is going to clip the top of the strike zone for call strike 1. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that slider clips the outside of the strike zone. Count is 0-2 against Fry. Pitch is on the way, and that is a foul down the first base or third base line. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the first out of the game, so we are definitely underway. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream. And that pain in the butt Jose Ramirez is coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and Ramirez swings and misses for strike 1. Nice 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the strike zone. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is going to be called strike 2. Count is 0-2. Rodon is definitely filling the strike zone today. He sets and fires, and Ramirez weakly fouls that one off down the right field line. Count remains 0-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that slider is up high. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that changeup is down low and in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Ramirez is hitting .245 on the season, 9 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a .785 OPS. Pitch is on the way, and Ramirez fouls this one straight back. And that's going to make the stands. James John is the home plate umpire. 3 years in the major leagues. He's considered a hitter-friendly umpire. And the pitch is on the way, and Ramirez swings and misses at that one for strike 3. So grab some bench, baby, because you're retired via the K. Rhys Hoskins is coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and the slider is up high. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is a slider that stays off the plate. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way. And that is going to be inside for ball 3. Count is 3-0, and Rodon sets and fires, and this ball is skied to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he makes the play for the third out, and that is going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the first. Strong 1-2-3 inning for Rodon. He only threw 14 pitches in that round, so let's go Yankees. Coming up to bat is going to be Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, and Paul Goldschmidt. And let's see, am I worried about the Judge news? No, I already anticipated as soon as he missed his first game that he was going to the IL. The question to me is who gets called up? Is it going to be Marco Luciano or Spencer Jones? Both are quite capable outfielders, capable of playing right field at a high proficient rate. And John the Beagle Dad is going to be doing some Lego building, so that should be fun. Yeah, they're looking for some offense. I don't think Yankee will be the one they call for that. And for those of you that are here, if you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And Ciccone is on the mound throwing the last of his warm-up pitches. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 8 likes. 22 short of our goal. And Ciccone sets and fires, and the first pitch is a fastball down low. Count is 1-0. Grisham is hitting 206 on the season, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a 699 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and that is foul straight back. Count is 1-1. Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and Grisham swings and misses at that cutter. Count is 1-2. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and Grisham fouls this one straight back. Count remains 1-2. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a line drive into right field, and that is going to be a base hit. First runner of the day for the Yankees, first hit for the Yankees. So the Yankees have a runner at first with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. Actually, last night was a real good bowling night for me. Rice is hitting 304 on the season, 17 homers, 44 RBIs, and a 1042 OPS. And the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Ciccone sets. And he fires, and that curveball is in the dirt. Count is evened out 1-1. Ciccone sets and fires, and that pitch, wow, looks like it painted the bottom of the strike zone, but it is called ball 2. Count is now 2-1 on Rice. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is even at deuces. Coney sets and fires, and Rice swings and misses at the cutter. And non-productive out for Ben. So Rice is down on strikes. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch is on the way, and Goldie swings and misses. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and Goldie loops this one to the second base. Benzana takes it and fires it to Hoskins. And Rice is going to advance to second. Or Grisham is going to move to second. So the Yankees have a runner at second with 2 outs, and Cody Bellinger coming up to bat. Bellinger's hitting .272 on the season, 8 home runs, 40 RBIs, and an .843 OPS. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to left field. Kwan is tracking it. He's coming in, and he's going to make the play for the third out of the inning. And that's going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. No runs, a hit, a runner left on base. And from our active scoreboard today, the Padres and the Phillies are in the top of the fourth. The score is still 0-0. The Orioles and Red Sox are in the top of the first, and the Orioles have a 5-0 lead on the Red Sox. As you know, in our game, we're heading to the top of 2. The score is locked up at donuts. And that is our short active scoreboard for today. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. How many pitches will Carlos Rodon throw today? And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Our goal for every live stream is 30 likes. We are currently at 8, so we're a ways away. And if you are not a member of the Yankees, the Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Benzana is up to bat, and the first pitch is on the way. That is down low. Count is 1-0. Benzana is hitting .282 on the season, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, and an .806 OPS. Count is 1-0, and the pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fields it and fires to Goldie at first for the first out of the second inning. Adhill Martinez is coming up, hitting .242 on the season, 9 home runs, 29 RBIs, and a .721 OPS. And the first pitch is on the way, and Rodon paints the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires. That pitch is swung on and missed. Nice 94 mile an hour fastball. Count is 0-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and that pitch is up high. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets, pitches on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. So grab some bitch out of hill because you're retired by the K. And that is the third strikeout of the day for Rodon. First pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Fairchild. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is just a bit low. Count is evened at 1-1. And the catcher is challenging the pitch. And the Yankees lose their first challenge of the day. New York has one challenge remaining. Rodon sets, fires, and the changeup is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Rodon is at 25 pitches. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is a changeup down low. Count is evened at deuces. Rodon sets and he fires, and the slider misses inside. Count is now 3-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way. And that is inside for ball 4. Coming up to bat is Stephen Kwan as Fairchild strips his gear off and heads to first base. So that is the first walk of the game for Rodon. Stephen Kwan is coming up to bat. 209 in the season, 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and a 585 OPS. First pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets, and he fires, and that fastball is even further off the plate. Count is now 2-0. Rodon sets, and he fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is now 2-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied right field. Max Schumann is going to lay out and make the play for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the second. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be Jazz Chisholm, Jose Caballero, and Ryan McMahon. 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Well, guys and gals that are in the chat, how do we feel about the game thus far? Heading to the bottom of the second, score is 0-0. Chisholm, Caballero, and McMahon are coming up to bat. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. How many pitches will Rodon throw today? And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 10 likes, 20 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We are at 745 subscribers, 5 away from our next milestone of 750. And in our active scoreboard, the Orioles and Red Sox are still in the top of the first. They now have a 6-0 lead. Other two games are locked up at Donuts. First pitch to Jazz is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a curveball in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Jazz. Next pitch is on the way. Ciccone misses inside. Count is 1-2. Ciccone sets and fires, and that curveball drifts outside. Count is now evened at 2-2. Ciccone sets and fires, and Jazz swings and misses at the curveball for strike 3. And that is the first out in the bottom of the second. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. Caballero is hitting .263 on the season, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, and a .722 OPS. And Ciccone sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Cabby. Next pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1. Next pitch is on the way. That is down in the dirt. Count is now 2-1. Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the bottom of the corner for call. Strike 2. I think that one was a little bit low. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the right field line. Count remains 2-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Count is now full. 3-2. Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is line to right field, right at Martinez. And he is going to make the play for the second out of the game, or the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. Ciccone sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is a cutter in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and McMahon swings at the curveball down low. Count is 0-2 on Big Mac. Ciccone sets. And he fires, and McMahon fouls this one straight back. Count remains 0-2. Ciccone is at 28 pitches on the game. He sets, and he fires, and that pitch is in the dirt. Count is now 1-2 on Big Mac. Ciccone sets, and he fires. The pitch is swung on and missed for call, strike three, and that's going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the second. Coming up to bat for the Guardians in the top of the third is going to be Hedges, Rocchio, and Fry, 8-9-1. Chat's awfully quiet today. We got nothing to say. Let's see, my bowling adventure last night. My team actually swept the other team. We won all 7 games. It was a pretty decent night for me. I had a 202 to lead it off. Then I had a 289 and then a 222 for a 7-13 series. Like I said, not. You get 2 points for a win, no points for a loss, and 1 point for total pins. So you have a total of 7 points. And we took all 7 yesterday. Matter of fact, my 289 game, we won that game by over 200 pins. I throw a Paradox bowling ball. It is a hybrid or a fully reactive ball. I have a lot of break on it, and mine is a 14-pound ball. Too many reconstructive surgeries on my shoulder to be throwing anything higher than that. Ending the first game, I had 6 strikes in a row, and in the next game, I had 11 strikes. So I had 17 strikes in a row. Not a perfect game, as much as I'd like it. All right, Sean, listen in then, brother. Rodon sets and fires, and the fastball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Hedges. Hedges hitting 244 on the season, 1 homer, 6 RBIs, and a 652 OPS. Rodon sets and he fires, and that pitch is driven to right field. Bellinger is going back, and he is going to make the play on the warning track for the first out of the inning. Brian Rocchio is coming up to bat, hitting .289 on the season, 4 home runs. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-1. Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is skied foul. Count remains 2-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. Count remains 2-2. And Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is skied to right field. Schumann is tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is Travis Fry, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And Rodon sets, he fires, and that pitch is a slider that catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that curveball stays off the plate. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that changeup is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low, called ball. And Rodon is challenging the pitch. And Rodon is correct, and that is going to be call strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the third. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be J.C. Escara, Max Schumann, and Trent Grisham. 8-9-1. So, how are we feeling about the game? In the bottom of the fifth, the Phillies have taken a 1-0 lead on the Padres. In the bottom of the second, the Orioles lead the Red Sox 6-0. And as you know, in this game, we are at donuts heading to the bottom of the third. And the Giants have a 1-0 lead on the Brewers in the top of the first. First pitch is on the way, and that is a cutter off the plate to Escara. Escara is hitting 186 with no home runs, 7 RBIs, and a 517 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the curveball is inside. Count is 2-1. Ciccone sets and he fires, and the pitch paints the top of the strike zone. Count is now 2-2. Ciccone sets and he fires, and the curveball is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is Ciccone's 4th strikeout of the game. Coming up to bat is Maxie Schumann. Schubert is hitting .294 on the season, no home runs, 3 RBIs, and a .971 OPS. First pitch is on the way, and this is driven to right field, right center field. Fairchild is going to make the play, fine running play, and that is the second out in the bottom of the third. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 1-for-1 on the day. Grisham has the only base hit for the day. And this pitch is on the way. And this is sky to left field, and that is going to make it all the way to the wall. Grisham is going to have a 2-out double. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 0-for-1 on the day with a strikeout. First pitch is on the way, and Rice fouls the pitch off. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is fouled off. Count is now 0-2 on Rice. Ciccone sets. And he fires, and that four-seamer is way up high. Count is 1-2. Coney sets and fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. Yeah, Chakotay sets, pitches out of the way, and that bounces in the dirt. Count is now full on Rice, 3-2. Ciccone sets, pitch is on the way, and Rice hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count remains 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is sky to left field. Quan is waiting for it, and he is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. No runs a hit, and a runner left on board again. Coming up to bat in the top of the fourth is going to be Jose Ramirez, Rhys Hoskins, and Benzana. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 9 votes at this time. And we are at 11 likes, 19 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. So guys and gals in the stream, how do we feel? Are we going to be able to pull out the game to avoid the sweep in our own house? And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider is in there for call. Strike one. Ramirez is 0 for 1 on the night, or on the afternoon. Pitch is on the way, and it is a line drive into right field. So Ramirez is going to get the first hit of the Guardians today. Rodon sets. He fires, and the four-seamer is inside to Hoskins. Count is 0-1-0. Hoskins is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out in his first plate appearance. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is Swung on and missed. Count is 1-1 on Hoskins. Pitch is on the way. Runner goes, and the throw is off. So that is going to be Ramirez's 22nd stolen base on the year. And that pitch was up high, so the count is now 2-1 on Hoskins. Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is now 3-1. And Rodon sets. Checks on the runner. Pitch is on the way, and Hoskins fouls it off. Count is now full at 3-2. And Rodon sets. Checks on the runner at second. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled down the third base line. Count remains full at 3-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is down low for ball 4. So the Guardians are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. Benzana is coming up to bat. 0 for 1 in the first plate appearance. Grounded out. Rodon sets, fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and this is skied straight back. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is up high. Count is even at 2-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is now 3-2. Ed Rodon is at 58 pitches. Next pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is fouled off. Rodon checks on the runner, sets and fires. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that's Rodon's fifth strikeout of the day. Angel Martinez coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 with the strikeout in his first plate appearance. So the Guardians still have runners at first and second with one out. Rodon sets and fires. That pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And Rodon steps off the mound to chase Ramirez back to second. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Rodon sets and he fires, and that fastball is up high. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets, pitches on the way, and that is skied to center field. Grisham is going to make the play. Ramirez is going to tag and advance to third. Throw comes into second. Holds Hoskins at first, so there are two downs with runners at first and third. Coming up to bat is Stuart Fairchild. He has not got an official at bat. He worked in his first plate appearance. Rodon sets and fires, and this ball is lined through the infield. So that is an RBI single for Fairchild. So the Guardians have the lead 1-0. Stephen Kwan coming up to bat. Rodon sets, and the first pitch is on the way. That is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets, and he fires. That slider is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is chop foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets and fires. That pitch is up and in. Count is evened at 2-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike three. Quan is challenging it. He's going to lose this one. And the pitch is confirmed that painted the top of the strike zone. So the Guardians are going to lose one of their challenges, one remaining. And that's going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the fourth. The Guardians hop out to a 1-0 lead. Well. Step away and grab my drink real quick. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 9 votes this time. How many pitches will Rodon pitch? We are in the top or the bottom of the fourth, and he has thrown 70 at this point. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded to second base in the first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and he swings and misses. Count is 0-1 on Goldschmidt. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is a cutter off the plate. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 2-1. Ciccone sets and fires, and that ball paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 2-2. Hey, James. And the pitch is on the way, and that is grounded through the infield to right field. And that is going to be a leadoff hit. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. Nope, not a lot. You hadn't missed a lot today, James. And the pitch is on the way, and Bellinger rips one into center field. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. First pitch is on the way. The runner's on the way. And Goldie is going to steal third. Bellinger is going to steal second. So the Yankees have runners at second and third with nobody out. And the pitch was called strike one, painted the top of the corner. And the pitch is on the way. Curveball is inside. Count is 1-1. Looks like the infield is being drawn in. Next pitch is on the way, and the curveball is outside. Count is 2-1 on Jazz. And Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is now evened at 2-2. Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into left field. Kwan is backing up. He makes the play. Goldie is tagging, and so is Bellinger. Bellinger overslides the bag, and he is going to be thrown out. Goldschmidt does score to tie the game. So there are two outs. Jose Caballero is coming up to bat. First pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and Cabby swings and misses at the cutter. Counter is 2-0-2. And Chakotay sets. Pitch is on the way. And it is grounded to Rocchio. Rocchio feels it cleanly. Fires to Reyes, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. But not before the Yankees tie the score. 1 run, 2 hits. Score is 1-1. And in our active scoreboard, in the bottom of the sixth, the Phillies have a 3-0 lead on the Padres. Bottom of the fourth, the Orioles have a 6-0 lead on the Red Sox. Heading to the top of the fifth, the Guardians and Yankees are locked up at ones. In the top of the second, the Giants lead the Brewers 3-1. And those are our active scoreboards for this afternoon. There are 5 other games on the slate. The next one starts at 7:15. So Not going to be a lot out there. You did not hear sound effects?
How about that time? And Ostrich Hedges is coming up to bat.
And Rodon sets.
First pitch is on the way. And the
Sinker is fouled down the third base line. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed.
Count is 0-2 on Hedges. Rodon sets and fires. That curveball is slider is up high. Count is 1-2 on Hedges. Rodon sets, and this ball is chopped to Caballero. He backhands it and fires across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Rocchio is coming up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day with a flyout in his first plate appearance. Rodon sets and fires, and that slider is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is tipped into the glove of Escar. Count is now 0-2. Rodon sets and fires. The pitch is up high. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets and fires, and that ball is bounced to Caballero. Caballero fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Fry. Fry is 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. So is Rodon going to be able to give him the hat trick? First pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that slider is swung on and missed for the second strike. Count is 0-2. Rodon is at 80 pitches. Rodon sets and fires, and that pitch is waved at for call. Strike three. Ball's in the dirt, and Escara is going to flip it to Goldie to complete the strikeout. So that is strikeout number 7 for Rodon. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 5th is going to be McMahon, Escara, and Schumann. For those of you that are here, we are in the top of the 5th or the bottom of the 5th. McMahon, Escara, and Schumann are coming up to bat. If you haven't, drop your vote in our active poll. Actually, our active poll is about to be done because Rodon threw 80 pitches at this point. So he should be out for the 6th. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 12 likes, 18 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. If you like live play-by-plays, I call them almost every day, Wednesdays being the exception. If you like shorts, I drop a boatload of them. I didn't happen to drop one today, but I've got one in queue that I'm going to drop. And if you like open panels, I host them and invite members of the chat to come up and talk baseball. So if these are things that appeal to you, please consider subscribing. We are at 745 subscriptions, 5 short of our next milestone of 750. And the first pitch is on the way to McMahon, and he fouls it down the third base line. It's going to make the stands. Count is 0-1. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. Ciccone sets, and he fires. That curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on McMahon. Ciccone sets, and he fires. That curveball is inside. Count is 1-2 on McMahon. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Hoskins. He lays out, flips it to Ciccone, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is J.C. Escara. He struck out in his first plate appearance. First pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike 1. Ciccone sets, pitch is on the way, and Escara swings at a curveball in the dirt. Count is 0-2. Ciccone sets, and he fires. The curveball is down low. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way. The curveball is down low. Count is evened at deuces for JC. Pitch is on the way, and Escara fouls this one down the first base line. Count remains 2-2. Ciccone sets, and he fires. That pitch is off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied down the right or left field line. Ramirez is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in foul territory for the second out. Coming up to bat is Max Schumann. He lined out in his first plate appearance. Ciccone sets, and he fires, and the 91-mile-an-hour fastball paints the top of the strike zone for call strike one. Count is 0-1 on Schumann. Next pitch is on the way, and this is lined up the middle. Benzana fields it and fires to Hoskins at first, and that is going to be 1-2-3 for the Yankees. So as we head to the top of the sixth, coming up to bat is Jose Ramirez, Reyes Hoskins, and Anthony Benzana. 2, 3, and 4. So are the Yankees going to be able to break through and take the lead? And our active scoreboard for today. Phillies lead the Padres 3-2 in the bottom of the seventh. Orioles lead the Red Sox now 7-0 in the top of the fifth. As you know, heading to the top of six, Guardians and the Yankees are locked up at ones. In the top of the third, the Giants now have a 4-1 lead on the Brewers. And that is your active scoreboard for the day. If you haven't done so, check out my short that I dropped out yesterday. Ryan McMahon isn't going anywhere. Let me know what you think. First pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is up high. Count is now 2-0. Rodon sets, and he fires, and that pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. Pitch is on the way, And the changeup is down low. Count is now 3-1. Next pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to McMahon, and he catches the line drive on his butt. Coming up to bat is Reyes Hoxins. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. First pitch from Rodon bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that slider is inside. Count is 2-0 on Hoskins. Pitch is on the way, and that slider or sinker is in the dirt. Count is now 3-0 on Hoskins. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a four-seamer up high for ball 4. So the Guardians have a runner at first with 1 out. Travis Benzana is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way. And that is skied to right field. Right center. Grisham is tracking it. Schumann is tracking it. And Grisham makes the play for the second out of the inning. Adhiel Bartidez is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. Rodon sets and fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets, fires, and the sinker is in the dirt. Count is evened at 2-2. Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way. And this is skied in the infield. McMahon is tracking it and is going to make the play for the final out in the top of the 6th. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is Grisham, Rice, and Goldschmidt. 1, 2, 3, and that's what we're going to see. And from our poll, how many pitches will Carlos Rodon throw today? 37% said 71 to 80. 36% said 80 plus or 81 plus. 27% said 61 to 70, and nobody said 50 to 60. And he threw 94 pitches today, so congratulations to the 36% that predicted that Rodon would pitch 81 plus. Congratulations. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We are at 12 likes, 18 short of our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 745 subscriptions, 5 short of our goal of 750 or our milestone. If you're not a member, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. We offer you live play-by-plays, a boatload of shorts, and open panels where the chat members can come up and talk baseball. So if these things are something that appeal to you, please consider subscribing. Chat's awfully quiet today. You guys got nothing to say? Grisham is 2 for 2 on the day. First pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Grishbaum. And Chakotay sets. Pitch is on the way. And that is down low and in the dirt. Count is 1-1 on Grisham. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Ciccone sets. Pitch is down the way, and it is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined at Ramirez, who makes the play for the first out of the inning. So that's the first time that they retire Grishbaum today. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. Chakotay sets. First pitch is out of the way, and that is down low for ball one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is 2-0 on Big Ben. And the next pitch is on the way. The curveball is inside. Count is down 3-0. Coney sets and fires, and that pitch is down low, so that is going to be ball four. As Rice strips his gear off and heads to first, Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored and a stolen base. Coney sets and fires, and that pitch is in the dirt. Count is 1-0 on Goldie. Ciccone is at 81 pitches. Ciccone sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced to Ramirez. Ramirez fires to second, relayed to first, so that is going to be a 5-4-3 double play, and that's going to do it for the Yankees in the bottom of the sixth. Coming up in the top of the seventh is going to be Fairchild, Kwan, and Hedges. Well, well, well. So how are we feeling about the game, guys and gals? And it looks like Brett Hedrick is coming into the game to relieve Carlos Rodon. Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and bunt is shown. Ball is up high. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is foul straight back. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is fouled off. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. Coming up to bat is Stephen Kwan. First pitch is on the way, and this is fouled, strike back. Count is 0-1 on Kwan. Pitch is on the way, and this is skied to center field. Grisham is there waiting on it, and that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Austin Hedges, 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. Count is 2-1. Hedrick sets and fires. That pitch is up high. Count is 3-1. Hedrick sets, and that pitch is, wow, looked like a strike to me, but it's called ball 4. And Hedges is going to walk, bringing up Brian Rocchio, 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out and a ground out. Looks like Fernando Cruz is warming up in the bullpen. And Blake is on the mound talking with Hedrick. And Hedrick sets. First pitch is on the way, and that is foul straight back. Count is 0-1. Hedrick sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on a bit for call strike 2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. Count remains 0-2. Hedrick sets and fires. The 96-mile-an-hour fastball is up and away. Count is now 1-2. Hedrick sets and fires, and that slider is in the dirt. Count is evened at deuces. Next pitch is on the way, and that is skied down the right field line. That's going to make the stands. So the count is going to remain 2-2. And the pitch is on the way. This is driven to right field. Schumann is on the track. He leaps and makes the play. Took an extra base hit away from Rucchio. And that is going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the seventh. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh is going to be Bellinger, Chisholm, and Caballero. Coast Guard Lieutenant Thomas Goldberg served from 86 to 2000. So thank you for your service to our nation, sir. Looks like he was a helicopter pilot. So for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our new active poll. We only have 3 votes. So if you haven't, let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. We are at 12 likes for our live play-by-play. Our goal is always 30. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. If you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels where you can come up and talk baseball, we may be the place that you need. From our active scoreboard today, the Phillies are leading the Padres 6-2 in the top of the 8th. Orioles have an 8-0 lead in the top of the 6th on the Red Sox. As you know, heading to the bottom of 7, the Yankees and Guardians are locked up at 1s. And in Milwaukee, the Giants are leading the Brewers 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. That is our active score panel for the day. Well, looks like Cody Hewer is coming in to replace Slade Ciccone in the bottom of the seventh. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call. Strike one on Bellinger. Belly is 1 for 2 on the day with a stolen base. Next pitch is on the way, and that changeup is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Hoyer sets. Pitch is on the way, and Bellinger skies this one to center field. Fairchild is under it and makes a play for the first out of the bottom of the seventh. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ed Hewer sets. First pitch to Jazz is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Jazz is 0 for 1 on the day with a sacrifice fly. Hewer sets and he fires. Fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-0. That one came in at 97 miles an hour. Hewer sets and fires. That changeup paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1 on Jazz. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is up and away. Count is 3-1 on Jazz. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low for ball 4. So Jazz strips his gear off and heads to first. So is the Jazz Express going to be on the way. Jose Caballero is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And Hewer sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is now even at 1-1. Hey, Real Bill, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. And Hewer sets. He fires to first base for first disengagement. Jazz is back in, head first safe. And there is the second pickoff attempt. Jazz is back in safely. And the pitch is on the way. It is off the plate, and they fire to first base. Jazz is back in safely. Count is 2-1. Hewer sets and he fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike two. Count is evened at deuce. And Cabby calls timeout. And Hewer sets. Jazz takes off. The ball is fouled down the right field line. So Jazz will head back. And Hewer sets. And that ball is skied to right field. Martinez is on the run, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning. Jazz retreats back to first, or the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. Mac is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. And Hewer makes another pickoff attempt at first. Grisham is back in safe. First disengagement on this batter. First pitch is on the way, and Jazz takes off and no throw. So Jazz is going to have his 15th stolen base of the year. McMahon sets, or Hewer sets. He fires. The pitch is in the dirt. It skips away from Hedges, and Jazz is going to advance to third. So the Yankees have a runner at third with 2 outs. Ryan McMahon is up to bat. Count is 1-1 on Mac. Hewer sets. It fires. That changeup is inside. Count is now 2-1 on McMahon. Next pitch is on the way, and it paints the outside of the strike zone. For a call, strike 2. Count is 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and McMahon fouls this one straight back. Count remains 2-2. Hewer sets, and he fires, and that pitch is up high and off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded into right field. Jazz is going to lumber on in for the run. Yankees take a 2-1 lead. So that is a big single for Ryan McMahon, and the Yankees take a 2-1 lead on the Guardians. And Grisham or Ascar is up to bat. First pitch is down low. Ascar is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop out. Hewer sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Yankees have a runner at first with 2 outs. And Hewer sets. Pitch is on the way, and that slider is down low. Count is 2-1 on JC. Hewer sets and fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Hey, Dev, welcome to the stream. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul down the first base line. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees drop a run to take a 2-1 lead. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. And if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. We are at 14 likes, 16 away from our goal of 30 for every live play-by-play. So if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Welcome to the stream, Jeff. The Yankees are in second place in the AL East, 1 game behind the Tampa Bay Rays. And from today's active scoreboard, there are only 4 games right now. Phillies have a 6-2 lead on the Padres in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles have an 8-1 lead on the Red Sox in the top of the 7th. As you know, heading to the top of the 8th, the Yankees have a 2-1 lead on the Guardians. In the bottom of the 5th, the Giants have a 6-1 lead on the Brewers. And that's your active scoreboard for today. Well, that's a big plethora of teams that you support. I can understand it. All fans are welcome here. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in to pitch this inning, takes Brett Hedrick's place. Kyle Manzardo is going to pinch hit for David Fry. I do not as of right now. Pitch is on the way, and that is a 4-seamer in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and that is down low. The Yankees are at home. Boston is coming to town. And I will be calling the live play-by-play for that game tomorrow evening. Next pitch is on the way, and that is a splitter off the plate. Count is 2-1. Cruz sets and he fires, and that slider is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 2-2. Heard wrong what, John? Cruz sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now full. 3-2. Saturday's matchup is going to be Ranger Suarez versus Will Warren. Cruz sets and fires, and this ball is lined at Jazz Chisholm. He makes the play for the first out of the inning. Ramirez is coming up to bat, 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch is on the way, and that splitter is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Cruz sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Ramirez. Cruz sets and fires. The pitch is skied to the left side. McMahon is tracking it and is going to make the play in foul territory for the second out. And he makes the play. The pitcher that started for the Yankees today was Carlos Rodon. Went 6 complete and only gave up 1 run. Cruz sets, fires, and this pitch is skied to the left side. And Caballero is tracking it, and he makes the play for the third out. 1 pitch, 1 out, and that is going to do it for the Guardians in the top of the 8th. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, he pitched yesterday, Jeff, and took the loss. Looked pretty good generically, gave up a few home runs, breaking pitches that were up in the strike zone, so he's still working on some stuff. Coming up for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Max Schumann, Trent Grisham, and Big Ben Rice. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, I believe it was 5-4. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We currently have 6 votes. So let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. Thanks for everybody who has participated in the second poll of the game. And our goal for every live play-by-play is 30 likes. We're at 15. So if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And here at Yankees The Ugly Truth, we are at 745 subscriptions. Our next milestone is 750. If you like live play-by-plays, I call them almost every day. I drop a boatload of shorts, and if you're interested in open panels where the chat can come up and talk baseball, well, I offer those too. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. I want to also thank the Hardcore Sports Network for simulcasting this live play-by-play. Thanks, Mitch, to you and your crew and all that you do to support Yankees The Ugly Truth. And it looks like Matt Festa is coming in to replace Hewer. First pitch is on the way, and that four-seamer is down low. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Festa's pitch is on the way, and that sweeper is foul down the right field line. No streaming devices. I don't understand, Jeff. Festa sets, and he fires, and that sinker is up high. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your goose? Festa sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 2-2. Looks like David Bednar is warming up in the pen. Festa sets and fires, and Schubert swings and misses the pitch for strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. Like to add a few insurance runs. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 2 for 3 on the day with a single, double. Festa sets, and the pitch is on the way. And the sweeper is up high and off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and Grisham grounds this to Manzardo. Hoskins. Hoskins flips to Festa, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. All right, so what's your prediction? Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Festa sets and fires, and that sweeper is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Rice. Next pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered foul down the right field line, and that hooks foul. So the count is 0-2 on Rice. Next pitch is on the way, and Rice fouls this one straight back. Count remains 0-2. Festa sets, fires, and the four-seamer is skied down the left field line. That is going to make it into the stands. Festus sets and fires, and this pitch is foul straight back. So we're going to head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat. Count is still 0-2. Festus sets and fires, and the pitch is a sweeper down low. Count is 1-2. Next pitch is on the way, and that is called ball 2. Catcher is challenging. And that is confirmed that it was a strike. So Rice is down on strikes looking, and that's going to do it for the Yankees. And it looks like David Bednar is going to make his way to the mound to try to lock this game down. Coming up to bat is Benzana, Martinez, and Fairchild. If you haven't, please drop your vote in our active poll. We have 6 current votes. And if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. We are at 15 likes, 15 short of our goal of 30. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. If you like live play-by-plays, shorts, and open panels where you can come up and talk baseball, Yankees The Ugly Truth may be the place for you. So please consider subscribing. And the game the Phillies has gone final. Phillies beat the Padres 6-4. In the top of the 8th, the Orioles lead the Red Sox 8-1. As you know, heading to the top of the 9th, the Yankees have a 2-1 lead on the Guardians. In the bottom of the 5th, the Giants have a 6-3 lead on the Brewers. 7:15, the Blue Jays will be facing off against the Braves. 7:40, the Royals will be against the Twins. 8:05, the Athletics and the Cubs will be matching up. 8:10, the Pirates and the Astros. And at 9:40, the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. And Bednar sets and he fires, and that splitter just misses off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 1-1. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Benzana takes time out. Bednar sets and fires, and that four-seamer is up high. Count is even at 2-2. That fastball came in at 97 miles an hour. And the 2-2 is chopped to Bednar. He feels it and fires to Goldie for the first out. Coming up to bat is Angel Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, flyout, and a pop-out. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is fouled off. Count is 0-1 on Martinez. Bednar sets and fires, and that splitter is fouled off again. This one ricochets off of Martinez. Count is now 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is grounded to Jazz. Jazz feels it cleanly and fires to Goldie for the second out. Chase DeLauder is coming in to pinch hit for Stuart Fairchild. DeLauder is hitting .258 on the season, 7 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a .754 OPS. And the pitch is on the way, and that is a 4-seamer right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is called, ball 1, and Escar is going to challenge this one. And it is confirmed that it is a ball, and the Yankees lose their challenge. So the Yankees have no challenges left. Count is 1-1 on DeLauder. Bednar sets, and he fires, and that splitter is down low. Count is 2-1. Bednar sets and fires, and this is chopped to Chisholm. Chisholm fires to Goldschmidt, and the Yankees are going to win this one 2-1. So McMahon has the game-winning hit to score Jazz. So the Yankees are going to take the final game of this 3-game set. Yankees had 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Guardians had 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. No problem, James. I will be back tomorrow night to call the first game of the Red Sox series tomorrow night. So look forward to seeing you in the stream. Hedrick is going to go to 4-1 and take the win. Hewer is going to go to 0-1 and take the loss. And David Bednar is going to secure his 13th save of the season. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button. Share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And from our second active poll today, 89% of the votes said that the Yankees can win the final game of the series. 11% said no. There were 9 votes, and the yays have it. Thank you for participating, and I'll end in my traditional fashion with let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny papers. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't